से भाई सबुदिन आसबि महाप्रभु पाहक न आसिले मो मन शांति नुहे।
रात दिन सोई बस खाई बड़ ठाकुर मो पाटे श्रद्धा रही पड़े
बहुत विश्वास अच्छी माँ मोर सब भल आम तो माँ पाखे तले स्वर्ण सब आस
भाव आउ आस्थार कथा विश्वास सोमवार रु शुक्रवार संध्या 5:30 रे।
एसोसिएट स्पॉन्सर
साई सबरी एंड हेल्थ साइंस कॉलेज जे पाठ पढंतु ओ आत्मनिर्भरशील होवन।
आज्ञा हल्लप करी कहूची बा चांदनी जहा कहियो फुल्ल सत्य कहियो सम्माने काकु
Presenting sponsor
शिक्षा और अनुसंधान, a NAC accredited deemed to be university.
powered by
Dr. D.Y. Patil Unitech Society Empowerment through Education.
associate sponsor
विकास ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस बरगढ़ भुवनेश्वर संबलपुर
OIFESM CRP Square Bhubaneswar.
Skilled Youth Empowered Nation Yashashvi Academy for Skills.
IITTM, a tradition of excellence.
Sai International. Knowledge Partner Upgrad.
नमस्कार, जय जगन्नाथ। मु उपस्थापिका शोभना मिश्रा एठारे उपस्थित आपण समस्त को स्वागत करुछि शिक्षा और अनुसंधान डीम टू बी यूनिवर्सिटी अर्गस एजुकेशन नेक्स्ट 2022 आज ए कनक्लेव को। Ladies and gentlemen, our motto of conducting today's conclave lies in the very literal meaning of it, education next. It is simply about the education system for the current and the next generation in the upcoming times, that is the post-pandemic era. We are very, very happy to have the policy makers, the industry leaders, academia, influencers, and stakeholders from across the country today with us, especially all the students who we are dedicating the event to. So now, let me take the privilege of welcoming our honorable guests to the dais for the inaugural session. Thank you, gentlemen. Please have your seats. वर्तमान मु अनुरोध करी एडिटर इन चीफ आर्गस न्यूज श्री संजय जेना महोदय आम समस्त उद्देश्य रे स्वागत अभिभाषण रखे।
अर्गस एजुकेशन नेक्स्ट ये कनक्लेव को आमर अतिथि मंच उपरे बसी अतिथि मंच तले अतिथि विभिन्न शिक्षानुष्ठान आसीथिबा अध्यापक अध्यापिका एवं छात्र छात्री समस्त को अर्गस न्यूज पक्ष हृदय स्वागत करुछि। आमे अर्गस न्यूज रे केवल आमे गणमाध्यम नुहे आमे ओडिशार समाज को अधिका आस्पिरेशनल करबा पई एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट हबा पई चाहूचु। ए इंस्ट्रूमेंट हबा प्रक्रिया रे ए देशर युवक ए राज्यर छात्र को आग को बढ़ाइबा पई जो पॉजिटिव भूमिका गोटे गणमाध्यम नहीं पारे से भूमिका को आमे निभेइबा पई बद्धपरिकर से प्रक्रिया रे आमर ए कनक्लेव आमर सार्थकता सेतिके बेले हबो जेते बेले ओडिशा रे आमे काम करूचु ओडिया समाज को ओडियार युवपीढ़ी को आगेबा पई आमे गोटे छोटिया भूमिका निभे पारिबु से उद्देश्य से आशा रखी आमर आयोजन। धन्यवाद। वंदे उत्कल जननी।
Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, Shri Rajeev Chandrasekhar sir. A big round of applause in welcoming our honorable chief guest. We would like you, sir, to kindly come on the dais and have your seat. I would invite on the stage guest of honor, Professor Ashok Kumar Mahapatra, Vice Chancellor, Shiksha Anusandhan University, Bhubaneswar. Let us have you on the stage, sir. Round of applause for our guest of honor, everyone. And another guest of honor for the valedictory session, Dr. Nirmaljit Singh Kalsi, Chairman, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, NCVT. We welcome you on the dais, sir. Shri Sanjay Jana, Editor-in-Chief, is joining us for the session. Very, very welcome, gentlemen, honorable chief guests of honor. We are very, very happy to have you in the valedictory session. So please accept the bouquet, the memento. Greetings from our side. A beautiful personality as a chief guest today who serves his nation and who has utmost respect for the national main attire as you can see him in. So ladies and gentlemen, could we give a big round of applause for our honorable chief guest, Shri Rajeev Chandrasekhar, Honorable Minister of State, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Electronics and IT, Government of India. Sir.
Professor Mahapatra, my colleague, Mr. Kalsi, Mr. Jana, the team at Argus News who have invited me, students, parents, educators, ladies and gentlemen, mu aji Odisha asi tibaru bahut khushi. मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि मैं आज भगवान जगन्नाथ के उड़ीसा में और स्पिरिचुअल लैंड में पहली बार आ रहा हूँ। रिसेंटली हमारे नए राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी, जिनके लाइफ और जिनके प्रयास और उनके परिश्रम हर देशवासी को एक इंस्पिरेशन है। ठीक है, तो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट योर फ्यूचर। 20 years ago, even 25 years ago, when they graduated, when they finished school, and they were asked, what do you want to do? They had मोटा 2, 3, 4 ऑप्शन। या तो सरकार में जाओ, या कोई टाटा कंपनी में जाओ, या कोई बिरला कंपनी में जाओ। So there were limited options, 3, 4, 5 मोटा। People like me who are, I'm a son of a Fauji, मेरे लिए ऑप्शन ये ऑप्शन मुझे जमा नहीं, तो मैं गया बाहर पढ़ाई करने USA में। And today we are faced with, in an India where for youngsters like you, young Indians like you, opportunities are limitless, and I will explain to you by what I mean by that. But before I get to that, let us now talk about the last 2 years and the last 2 years of COVID. हमारे देश में पिछले 75 साल में ऐसा कभी कोई इवेंट हुआ नहीं है जहाँ पर लाइव्स और लाइवलीहुड्स पर इतना गहरा इम्पैक्ट, डीप डिसरप्टिव इम्पैक्ट हुआ है। और ऊपर से along with that, the fact that nobody knew about this pandemic. What is the cause? What is the cure? What is the solution? How long will it last? And all countries had to face the same problem. The US, the China, the big, the very big, the small, the very small. To you, the students, I want to give you this report card. We are the fastest growing major economy in the world. We have delivered 200 crore vaccines to our Indian citizens voluntarily. We have received the highest FDI amongst any country in the world. We have created more unicorns and startups by youngsters like you than any other country in the world. We have shown that a democracy like India, जहाँ पर हमारे मतभेद हो सकते हैं, we can have different views, but we can take the largest crisis that humankind has ever faced in the history of modern humankind, and we can succeed better, further, and come out of the storm more successful than any other country in the world, thanks to government, citizens, state government, all remembering that we as Team India will fight and prevail over this. We are a different country today post-COVID. Our ambitions have been reimagined. The government has now created, the Honorable Prime Minister has created policies and frameworks that allow more and more opportunities for you. I will end by saying the simple truth: the national education policy is your passport to prosperity and a better future. Yours as in the young students present here today. This vision of New India, the $10 trillion economy, and the third largest economy in the world by 2027, 2030, as the World Bank has predicted. The national education policy will be the catalyst that will enable India to meet its destiny of being a global leader, led by our young students and young Indians. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your words. Our audience came alive with your speech. So we are here at Shiksha O Anusandhan, deemed to be University Argus Education Next 2022, a step towards the future. Title sponsor, Shiksha O Anusandhan, deemed to be University, powered by Dr. D.Y. Patil Unitech Society. Associate sponsor, Vikas Group of Institutions, Odisha Institute of Fire Engineering and Safety Management, Yasasvi Group, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, Sai International School, Knowledge Partner, Upgrad. We would like to thank all our sponsors and partners.
If sky is the limit, what would you like to be in life?
I want to be a doctor,
scientist, lawyer,
entrepreneur,
engineers,
agronomist,
good chef.
What if world-class faculties help you to reach there? Education is the passport to the future. Shiksha O Anusandhan, deemed to be university. A bright future begins here.
आमे पाइछु लंबा घन कला केश केश कांति हर्बल हेयर एक्सपर्ट ऑयल द्वारा
मो केशर सीक्रेट अटे केश कांति हेयर ऑयल
आउ मोरली
एमिति कोटि कोटि देशवासी को भरोसा अछि केश कांति हर्बल हेयर एक्सपर्ट ऑयल उपरे.
Vikas' gastroenterology department, with all advanced equipment, provides diagnostic and therapeutic services such as endoscopy, colonoscopy, biopsy, and many other services. Vikas Multi-Speciality Hospital.
दंतकांति द्वारा आमे कोटि कोटि लोकों को दांतर दीर्घायुर वरदान देलु. ताहा सहित दंतकांति एडवांस द्वारा दांतर सुरक्षार ब्रह्मास्त्र दंतकांति एलोवेरा तथा दंतकांति मेडिकेटेड हेउची दांतर सेंसिटिविटी रो साइंटिफिक सॉल्यूशन.
time to hear him out, receive his words and messages. I would now invite our guest of honor, Dr. Nirmaljeet Singh Kalsi, Chairman, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, to kindly offer his address to us.
Today we are here to discuss about future of education and skills, reinventing learning for Industrial Revolution 4.0. Now, to make the education ready for future, we are working on new kind of skills. So far, NCVT has approved about 5,000 skills, out of which 4,000 are alive today. And in addition to these 4,000, we have developed more than 250 skills just in the future areas. Now, these also include the employability skills, the new kind of employability skills which are required of every student, which are required of every worker. So I would like to say that Argus has done a great job by organizing this. And I'm sure that once we implement these initiatives, Odisha is going to be a different place. Odisha is already ahead of the curve as far as education is concerned. So all the best. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kalsi, for your address. We have with us on the stage as our guest of honor, Professor Ashok Kumar Mahapatra, Vice Chancellor, Shiksha Anusandhan University, Bhubaneswar. Now it's our turn to hear him out.
Thank you. Jai Jagannath. Good afternoon. Honorable Minister, Mr. Rajeev Kumar ji, Chandrasekhar ji, Dr. Kalsi, Mr. Jana, and all our learned audience and students. I think education is like a Pandora box or blind people looking at the elephant. Knowledge is not always for profit-making business. Knowledge for good human values, good quality society, and good quality life. The education, new education policy stand in 4 pillars. That's quality education. We have no way of scoring the teacher's performance. We only talk about quality of student, quality of student, quality. So what do you need for good education? Quality of teachers and quality of students. So we should have quality education, skill and innovation, social consciousness, and holistic development. This is the 4 part of human values. And if you do not know culture, ethics, moral, sacrifice, and social service, and also work for others. That is the reason why Vivekananda said, the man who survives for others, he becomes immortal. The man who works on only himself, he is dead while he is alive, because he is no more than a dead body. His consciousness is only self-consciousness. He has no consciousness for others, not for the family, not for the parents, not for the society, not for the country. So we do not have such type of education which is not social consciousness, not holistic, and not quality-based.
Thank you very much, sir. Very, very important points. Now I would invite Shri Prakash Sahu, CEO Argus News, on the stage to offer the vote of thanks for the valedictory session, please.
So we are not just a channel to just announce the happenings and mishappenings like any other news channel, and always being a responsible media house try to showcase something. But आज ये program करने का जो purpose था सर कि last 4 months we have done 3 important programs to engage this audience and take up social issues which are touching common man and present something and engage them, all our viewers and audience, and create an aspirational society.
If sky is the limit, what would you like to be in life?
I want to be a doctor,
scientist, lawyer,
entrepreneur,
engineers, agronomist,
good chef.
What if world-class faculties help you to reach there? Education is the passport to the future. Shiksha or Anusandhan deemed to be university. A bright future begins here.
मो केस को मजबूत रखिछि केस कांति मिल्क प्रोटीन। मो केस लंबा और मजबूत हो जाइछि केस कांति द्वारा।
मो केसर जीवन होछि केश कांति एलोवेरा।
आउ मो केसर भी सीक्रेट हेउछि केश कांति नेचुरल।
आउ मोर भी
केश कांति द्वारा मिलिछि कोटि कोटि देशवासी को निजर हेयर प्रॉब्लम्स रो आयुर्वेदिक समाधान।
Vikas Group of CHSE higher secondary co-educational day cum residential schools. The top-ranked +2 science and commerce institutes in Odisha with integrated academic program. Vikas Group of CHSE higher secondary co-educational day cum residential schools.
गंगारे स्नान करिबा मात्रे आमे पवित्र होई जाऊ। गंगारे स्नान भली पवित्रता एवं सौंदर्य पाइबा पई हळदी, चंदन, एलोवेरा, निंब, मंजिष्ठा एवं 80% प्राकृतिक तत्व निर्मित पतंजलि हर्बल बाथ सोप व्यवहार करंतु।
For the next address, I would invite Director IIM Sambalpur Odisha, Professor Mahadeva Prasad Jaiswal, please. Sir.
I convey my thanks to Argus Media for organizing this Argus Education Next 2022. We have to analyze what changes are coming in the society. I could visualize there are three major disruptions which we are undergoing through, and I call it 3D disruption. The first disruption is due to digitalizations. Digitalization is disrupting everything. We have seen during pandemic, every industry, including education and health services, could saved because of digitalizations. And digitalization is making disruptive change all across. Whether we like or not, we'll have to accept the second D disruptions, which is called disruptions due to decarbonization. Sustainability is becoming the focus. The third disruption, which is much more powerful than the first two, and that is called democratization of business. You must have seen the way the startup systems are coming into business. The future lies with the innovation-based startups. The large companies will get disrupted. We will not hear the large company. Today we know only large companies. They may not be able to compete with the startups. And you must be happy that India is again number 3 ecosystem in the startup world. US, China, and number 3 is India. Come forward, initiate the process of reform, disruptions, and lead the world. That is what I would like to just say in my opening remark. Thank you very much again to the Argus for inviting me for this thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Jaiswal, for your address. I would now invite Pro Vice Chancellor IGNOU, Dr. Shrikant Mahapatra, to the podium to present his address.
Dignitaries in the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and very dear students. At the outset, I must compliment and congratulate the Argus TV channel for igniting all of us to discuss about a very, very sensitive, pertinent topic, that is National Education Policy 2020. And this policy came in the context of the pandemic, which came to us in early part of 2020, and the policy was announced in October 2020. So all sorts of debates and discussions are going on, and finally, next generation of students should know that the next generation of technology in the field of artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, machine learning, data analytics, these are Internet of Things. These are the areas where employment can be generated. You will be more relevant for the society, and you can contribute meaningfully to make India not only a technology superpower, but a Vishwaguru in the whole world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mahapatra, for your address. Now I would like to invite Director, Institute of Rural Management, Irma Anand, Dr. Umakant Das, to kindly deliver his address, please.
Come over here and express our feeling, opinion, and providing a platform where we can interact not only amongst the experts but also amongst the students. My predecessors, Dr. Jaiswal and Dr. Mahapatra, they talked about the challenges and how things have changed. I think this pandemic, which has not taught us just how to live, but how to progress, how to become a good human being as well. So when we are talking about the system, I at least agree with my panelists who talked about adapting to better technology, learning to better the latest content courses like be it artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's not just one particular program. You'll see students are now started doing not just one program, one degree. While doing their degree, be it BTech or BSc or BA or BCom or MBA, simultaneously students are registering for other courses. How am I going to hone my skill? More the skill I acquire, the better is going to be my market value. And fatter is going to be my package. So that is what I'm expecting. I think the deliberation that we are going to have in this day, of course, there are many forums where we have been discussing, deliberating. Sure, the system which is going to evolve is going to be the best for the human being. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Das, for the really beautiful address. ମୁଁ ଆଶା କରୁଛି ଏବଂ ମୁଁ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯେଉଁ ଛାତ୍ରଛାତ୍ରୀମାନେ ଆଜି ଏଠି ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ଅଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରିବି ଟୁ present his opinions and also to sum it up, Professor Kishore Kumar Basa, Vice Chancellor Maharaja Sri Ramchandra University, to kindly come forward and share his words with us.
All of us claim that we are educated, rightly so, but then why this new education policy? Nobody challenges us that we had a very distinct and very substantial mode of imparting education in our ancient times, be it Takshila or Nalanda or Vikramshila, or our Lalitgiri, Ratnagiri and Udaygiri. Those were also the universities. Having said that, I must say that education is a great enabler. Education is a mighty leveler. Education is a weapon through which India can win the rest of the world. Can we do it? I think the challenge is for all of us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Basa, for beautifully summing it up. Thank you. Now I would request Shri Sanjay Jena, Editor-in-Chief Argus News, to kindly present mementos to our guests present on dais. Joining us in our inaugural session and making it more beautiful one.
If sky is the limit, what would you like to be in life?
I want to be a doctor,
Scientist. Lawyer.
Entrepreneur.
engineers, agronomist,
Good chef.
What if world-class faculties help you to reach there? Education is the passport to the future. Shiksha or Anusandhan, deemed to be university. A bright future begins here.
आमे पाइछु लंबा घन कला केश कांति हर्बल हेयर एक्सपर्ट ऑयल द्वारा
मो केशर सिक्रेट अटे केश कांति हेयर ऑयल
आउ मोर भी
एमिति कोटि कोटि देशवासी को भरोसा अछि केश कांति हर्बल हेयर एक्सपर्ट ऑयल उपरे।
Vikas Group of CBSE co-educational day-cum residential schools, the top-ranked schools in Eastern India with science, commerce, humanities streams, an integrated academic program for classes 11 and 12.
Vikas Group of CBSE schools.
गंगारे स्नान करिबा मात्रे आमे पवित्र होई जाऊ। गंगारे स्नान भली पवित्रता एवं सौंदर्य पाइबा पई हळदी, चंदन, एलोवेरा, निंब, मंजिष्ठा एवं 80% प्राकृतिक तत्वों निर्मित पतंजलि हर्बल बाथ सोप व्यवहार करंतु।
At Vikas, our cardiac care inpatient department is outstanding. Our heart care is nationally recognized and offers a revolutionary technology and a state-of-the-art cardiac cath lab. Vikas Multi-Speciality Hospital.
पोलावरम प्रकल्प पाई अनेक जंत्रणा सौचंती मोटू अंचलवासी
माछ चाष गला तापरे महिषी गला सब धान तली पकईली सेमती गला प्रति वर्ष बनाई जाउसे ये मेडिकल नेवा पई भी कष्ट आई जाउसे
हमें बेकार एई गला पोलावरम पाई
बैक वाटर जगो ही खाली हम मोटू अंचलटा संपूर्ण भाबे बुडी जाइथिला
सर आमे आ एठी रहबा पई किछि आशा लागली
कालीमेला ब्लॉक सहित पड़िया ब्लॉक रो अनेक अंचल जलमग्न हबो एतरे अनेक लोक जीवन जीविका हरैबे
तेलंगाना गवर्नमेंट प्रत्येक फैमिली को 10,000 टंका देछि हेले आम ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट पूरा तदारक करके गले किंतु गोटिए लोक भी टंकाटी भी पाई नांती
गवर्नमेंट किछि सुना सुनी किछि नै सर
हमर जो पट्टा जमी जगह अछि घर अछि मोर सिटी पक्का घर अछि घर पई घर दे देले हे जिवो
आकलन कराउथबा कालीमेला पड़िया ब्लॉक रे कोन सब समाधान रो बाट बाहर करी सरकार सर्वे करी निष्पत्ति नउचंती ता समय ही कहबो। मालकानगिरी जिला मोटुरु एथरो जवाब मागुछि ओडिशा। पोला भरम पीड़ा शनिवार राति 9:30।
So we are here at Shiksha O Anusandhan deemed to be University Argus Education Next 2022, a step towards the future. Title sponsor Shiksha O Anusandhan deemed to be University, powered by Dr. D.Y. Patil Unitech Society. Associate sponsor Vikas Group of Institutions, Odisha Institute of Fire Engineering and Safety Management, Yasasvi Group, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, Sai International School, Knowledge Partner, Upgrad. We would like to thank all our sponsors and partners. And now let's go forward for session 2. The theme being National Education Policy, restructuring the education sector in developing a knowledge-based economy. Now, the dignitary chairing the session would be Professor Kunja Bihari Panda, the retired professor, Utkal University. I would like to invite Professor Kunja Bihari Panda to the dais. Let us give him a round of applause. To take his chair on the dais, I would like to invite Principal Regional Institute of Education, that is RI Bhubaneswar, Professor Prakash Chandra Agarwal, please. We would welcome for the session 2, Principal Silicon Institute of Technology, that is SIT Bhubaneswar, Professor Jaideep Talukdar, please. We would invite Member and Secretary, Institute of Odia Studies and Research, Bhubaneswar, Shri Subrat Kumar Prusti, please. And also we would have on the dais for the session, Executive Editor, Argus News, Mr. Durgashish, please.
Esteemed dignitaries on the dais, I thank profusely Argus Education for inviting me and give this opportunity. As we all know that now we have 21st century's first education policy, NEP 2020, which is first came in 1968, second in 1986. And this is after a long gap of 34 years. And we all know that other policies worked on education, but even then we could produce only unskilled workers and not skilled workforce. So this policy is emphasizing on creating skilled workers. At the same time, we have to see our own culture, our own heritage, own tradition and ethos. And this NEP is envisaging, probably this is the reason that we are producing unskilled workforce, because we have switched over from our own traditions, own culture. And we are following Western culture and there is a gap, and that's why we are not doing our best. Talk about inclusive education. Everyone is important, so everyone should be brought in this picture, in this arena, under this umbrella. Now, I would like to talk about teacher education, because my institute is teacher education. Unless we produce good quality teachers, then education cannot be that much better as we expect. So to produce quality teachers, teacher education curriculum should also to be looked upon. So with these words, I thank once again the organizers, and I thank my chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Agarwal, for your nice deliberation. May I now request the second speaker, Professor Jaideep Talukdar, kindly to deliver his talk.
Thank you for coming. I thank the members on the dais and all the students and everyone else present here. I'll just tell a little bit about myself. I'm in a fairly unique position to be able to judge the national education policy, because I spent about 30 years in the US. From 83 to 2012, I was in the US, and then from 2013 till date, I'm in Odisha. So I've seen the education system in both countries, and there are positives and negatives. I'll just take a few moments to highlight some of the positives. I'm hugely in favor of the new education policy. I think it is the affiliating university system has to be done away with. And in the US, there are no affiliating universities. They're all autonomous, they're all independent. So wherever you go, they call them schools. Every school is unique, and it offers excellent quality education. Every school or every university has a complete blend of science, arts, humanities, engineering. So that is the mode of operandi which we should adopt. And the new education policy states clearly that every institution should have both science, arts, and be autonomous. In a nutshell, I would say that this new education policy is exceptionally good, calls for radical reforms, and hopefully we can implement it sooner than later. Thank you.
Very interesting and very sort of inciting talk. May I now request our next speaker, Sri Subrat Kumar Prusti, kindly to deliver his talk.
समस्तଙ୍କୁ नमस्कार अर्गस न्यूज चैनल तरफरु अर्गस एजुकेशन नेक्स्ट जार मुख्य विषय होची नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग द एजुकेशन सेक्टर इन डेवलप एक नॉलेज बेस्ड इकोनॉमी एक दृष्टांत होची जे आजर जो एजुकेशन पॉलिसी लक्ष्मी सहित सरस्वती को आम जोड़ा सरस्वती सहित लक्ष्मी को आम जोड़ुचंती जे कोठी ना कोठी अर्थनीति सहित शिक्षार गोटे संपर्क रही संबंध रही जहाँ आम पारंपरिक शिक्षा व्यवस्था नाला जदि आम प्रकृत में ओडिशा को गोटे समृद्ध अर्थनीति देखा चाहते ताला आमको शिक्षा व्यवस्थार मानसिकतार परिवर्तन करने को पड़ो ओडिया माध्यम शिक्षा व्यवस्था को आपणा को पड़ो आम वैषयिक शिक्षा को जदि ओडिया माध्यम न करवा तार व्यवसायिक दिग को जब केवल आम देखिकी बाहर पिला आसिले आम पाठ पढ़ा ता नुहे ओडिशार जो पिला अच्छा से जदि आम ठीक भाव में पाठ पढ़ाई पार व्यवसायिक दिग सफल हम ता सहित ओडिशार अर्थनीति व्यक्ति एवं राज्य उभयर अर्थनीति निश्चित भाव में परिवर्तन घटो आपण मैंने ये सुजोग देते मु धन्यवाद अर्पण कर नमस्कार।
बड़ उच्चकोटीर प्रदर्शन आपणकर रहिला से मु धन्यवाद दूची। नाउ दिस इज माय टर्न। जय जगन्नाथ। डिस्टिंग्विश्ड फेलो पैनलिस्ट ऑन डैश and dignitaries, very distinguished dignitaries of the dash. The galaxy includes very eminent personalities, speakers. Mahatma Gandhi said, live as if you were to live, learn as if you were to live forever, and live as if you were to die tomorrow. Swami Vivekananda said, education is the manifestation of perfection already within man. You have to, I underline these lines because I will be, while delivering a talk on Education Policy 2020, I will be referring to these values. Mrs. Gandhi said, education is a liberating force, and in our age, it is a democratizing force, cutting across the barriers of caste and class and smoothing out inequalities due to birth and other circumstances. English is the world language. We have to communicate to the world. So our knowledge should not be limited to our state. It should be disseminated. Tenu ame निश्चित भाव में ओडिया भाषा उपर दक्षता रखा संगे संगे इंग्लीश रे भी दक्षता रखिपारा एथिरे किछि माने असुविधा हबार नाही तेणु तांकु मु धन्यवाद देवी प्रोफेसर तालुकदार को धन्यवाद देवी प्रोफेसर अग्रवाल को धन्यवाद देवी he was emphasizing on the school education, vocational education and teacher education. Because he is a person from Regional Institute of Education, he was effectively giving his views as to how to strengthen education policy, or Education Policy 2020 is going to be best executed in future days. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Kunjabihari Panda. Now we have a special announcement to go for. I'll let it be a secret. What is it about? Until the dignitary comes and speaks about it. I would invite Dr. Sanjay Kumar, President Corporate Affairs and Public Policy, Upgrad, to kindly make the special announcement, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Argus family, for inviting us here. And the special announcement is that Upgrad, as you might be knowing, Upgrad is an online education organization, and we run a number of programs online to reach out to first generation women learners and help them getting the courses from Upgrad, and also mentor them. So we have a lot of female employees in Upgrad. They are the mentors of these Vidya Shakti scholars, and then help them getting jobs. So end to end, we are trying to help the first generation women learners from across the country. So the scholarship contains 4 courses which we are offering. 2 courses are completely free. The 2 courses are data science and AI, and one course is the another course is digital marketing. These are certificate courses being offered by Upgrad campus. So these are 6 months courses. We have the brochure here to just open it and formally launch it here. Website. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. This is a great honor and also privilege to be here and have this announced at such an occasion. Thank you so much.
Mr. Durgashish, Executive Editor, Argus News, to kindly present the mementos to our honorable panelists and of course offer the vote of thanks for the session. Thank you, Mr. Durgashish, for presenting the mementos. Now I would request you to kindly offer the vote of thanks for the session.
जो तर्जमा है, जो विश्लेषण है, निहाती जे जातीय शिक्षा नीति किभली आमर विकास रे, देशर विकास रे, राष्ट्र गठन रे सहायक है पारिबो। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। एते समय धरिकी जो मैंने समय देथिले, बहु मूल्यवान समय देथिले हमको, आपण समस्त को अर्गस तरफ बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
If sky is the limit, what would you like to be in life?
I want to be a doctor,
scientist, lawyer,
entrepreneur,
engineers,
agronomist,
good chef.
What if world-class faculties help you to reach there? Education is the passport to the future. Shiksha or Anusandhan, deemed to be university. A bright future begins here.
आमे पाइछु लंबा घन कला केश केश कांति हर्बल हेयर एक्सपर्ट ऑयल द्वारा मो केशर सिक्रेट अटे केश कांति हेयर ऑयल आउ मोर भी
एमिति कोटि कोटि देशवासी को भरोसा अछि केश कांति हर्बल हेयर एक्सपर्ट ऑयल उपरे। दंत कांति द्वारा आमे कोटि कोटि लोकों को दांतर दीर्घायुर वरदान देलु। ताहा सहित दंत कांति एडवांस द्वारा दांतर सुरक्षार ब्रह्मास्त्र। दंत कांति एलोवेरा तथा दंत कांति मेडिकेटेड हेउछि दांतर सेंसिटिविटीर साइंटिफिक सॉल्यूशन।
with that, we are going to start our session number 3 of the day. Before that, we would like to thank our sponsors once again. We are here at Shiksha O Anusandhan deemed to be University Argus Education Next 2022 Conclave. Title sponsor Shiksha O Anusandhan deemed to be University, powered by Dr. D.Y. Patel Unitech Society. Associate sponsor Vikas Group of Institutions, Odisha Institute of Fire Engineering and Safety Management, Yasashvi Group, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, Sai International School, Knowledge Partner Upgrade. We thank you all. Now let us begin. Shri Vedmani Tiwari, COO National Skill Development Corporation, that is NSDC. Let me welcome him on the dais with a big round of applause. And then the panelists would be Professor Muktikanta Mishra, co-founder and president, Centurion University of Science and Technology, Bhubaneswar. We would invite for the third session Professor Avinash Thakur, Executive Director, Dr. D.Y. Patel Unitech Society. And we will invite Ms. Vaishali Sharma, COO Young Thinker Academy. Could we have you all on the stage, please?
I'm not a speaker at all, but the topic is very interesting, so I will straight go into that. So skill needs to be defined. What is the skill we talk about? Let me talk about 2 incidents which happened recently. So one parent called me. He said that आपण आज्ञा आम छुआ को सब काठ काम आउ से लुहा काम करूछंती ये कौन आज्ञा ये skill? Then we had a group of visitors who came from one government university, a technical university. And they said that, sir, we thought that Centurion University माने केवल ITI पाठ पढ़ाती, आउ किसी university नाटा सिना अच्छी केवल ITI पाठ पढ़ाती. Third incident happened. Somebody, another university, maybe chancellor, vice chancellor, I will not name, told the honorable minister, again से केवल blue collar worker करती, तांकर white collar से दिके संपर्क नहीं. So our class and caste system are very existent into the education system. So we have to define in our mind, like we are talking about the integrated society, we are talking about the inclusive society. The skill is part of the inclusiveness and integrated part of the education. And blending, yes, we can use the English word anyway, only we can integrate it that, and that to do that, universities like ours, education institutions like whether it is Silicon, XYG, whatever they are, one has to understand that skill means competency. And education has to lead to the competency. And competency leads to the productivity. We have now 40 active products. 40 products, EV ru arambha kariki, transformer to arambha kariki, components for aircraft to arambha kariki, bench, chair, desk, paper, chalks. We produce everything. And in a commercial scale. It is not just, making some samples. So production has to be part of the education system. And that should be the crux, and that one, once people are used to the product, employment will follow. And that's how the integration should happen. Thank you very much.
दोनों कर को जोड़कर आप सबों को प्रणाम हो मेरे साथियों, सत सत कोटि ने. I am not a Odia, so I will talk in Hindi and English so that everyone will be comfortable in understanding what I am talking. We will try to identify the actual real problems which we are facing in this society, and that problems can be given to these students. I assure you from this platform they will come up with lots of innovative solutions, and that solutions can be floated in the city, that solutions can be floated across the country. And in that way, there is a possibility for Make in India. So it's a time for customizing the education system. Every child is important, and every child is having some kind of skills. We need to identify that, and we need to explore that. And I would like to thank the chairman for this session. Thank you.
So may I now request Ms. Vaishali Sharma, CEO Young Tinker Academy, to share her views.
We introduced the concept of tinkering. So what is basically a tinkering? So tinkering is a way by which student can make some small changes to the existing devices or equipment. They can experiment and they can learn about the tools, and then they can make something out of it. So after the tinkering, then comes the making. Now the students have become makers and they are ready to make something out of it. And then comes innovating. After the student have learned to make something out of the existing model, they can now innovate, they can come up with new ideas, and now they can become innovators, and some out of them can become entrepreneurs. So in this whole process, in this whole tinkering process, few will become makers, few out of those will become innovators, and a very few will become entrepreneurs. But in this whole journey, everyone will become tinkerers. So I must tell you, behind this, all this tinker spaces, we have a power team, we have a women team who work and go to different places to start and set up the tinker spaces. And we also make sure that we engage the student of that tinker spaces, we engage the teachers, the facilitators of that spaces, and we make them a part of that setup culture. So I would like to thank the Argus team for giving me this platform, for coming and talking over here. And I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome you all in the Tinker Space that we have in Bhubaneswar. And you can definitely come and visit over there. Thank you so much.
The topic that we are deliberating here is about employability. I would like to talk about workplaces. All of you heard that skills are now integral part of the education. But how do you integrate them? One of our eminent speakers had talked about academic bank of credit. And this country is probably going to have the most progressive system of credits, where you will acquire credits not only for the work you do at your schools and colleges, but also the work that you do at workplaces. That is the skills that you demonstrate at workplaces. You can earn credits and you can trade credits. You can use those credits to bank into your academic bank of credits, and that's how you can have a multiple entry at the system. That means here first time we have an opportunity where world of work and world of education can talk through skills, and that is an opportunity that is in front of us. And I'm so thankful to Argus channel that they gave us the opportunity to talk about it. Let us come together. Let's bring the workplace into the universities and colleges. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks to the panelists also. It has been a really informative session. Now I would request Mr. Shantibhushan Mishra, Associate Editor, Argus, to kindly present memento to the chairperson and the panelists for the session. Thank you very much, our Honorable Chief guests of honor, and everyone from the Argus team. Thank you everyone who is present with us throughout the day of the dais, all our guests, all our dignitaries, the students. We are thankful to all of you for making our conclave a successful one. Could we have all a big round of applause for all of us?
Presenting sponsor
Shiksha or Anusandhan, a NAC accredited deemed to be university.
Powered by
Dr. D.Y. Patil, Unitech Society, Empowerment through Education.
Associate sponsor Vikas Group of Institutions, Bargarh, Bhubaneswar, Sambalpur.
OIFESM, CRP Square, Bhubaneswar.
Skilled Youth Empowered Nation, Yashashvi Academy for Skills. IITTM, a tradition of excellence. Sai International. Knowledge Partner, Upgrad.
नमस्कार सारा दिन को स्वागत।